You are not broken. You're just exhausted from trying to be someone you're not. Perfection is a prison. And today, we're breaking free. Let's talk about the hidden cost of chasing the ideal self and how embracing your imperfections might be the most powerful thing you ever do. Hi, I'm Kimberly, and this is your safe space for healing and growth. In today's video, we're diving into something most of us are quietly struggling with: the impossible pressure to be perfect. From social media, highlight reels, to cultural expectations that never let us rest. This video is your permission to let go of your perfection and reclaim your power. We live in a world that constantly tells us who we should be: smarter, prettier, richer, more productive, more successful, always more, more of something we're not, yet never enough of who we already are. This relentless pursuit of the ideal self is everywhere. It's on our social media feeds, in self help books, in the perfect curated morning routines we're told to follow if we want to be high value or optimized. But here's what no one tells you: this chase, it never ends, because the ideal self is a moving target, a carefully constructed illusion of perfection that keeps us running, burned out, anxious, and never quite arriving. Let me tell you something. You were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be real. Let's talk about what perfection actually looks like today. It looks like flawless selfies, perfect relationships, dream jobs, aesthetic kitchens, perfect parenting, and not a hair out of place. But behind every perfect image you see online, there's something being hidden in real life: the fights, the mess, the exhaustion, the doubt, the trauma, the nights spent crying behind a bathroom door. All of that is edited out to fit the ideal. We scroll and compare ourselves to a fantasy and then wonder why we feel so bad or we feel behind. Comparison is a thief, not just of joy, but of the truth. Because when you constantly measure yourself against someone else's highlight reel, you're not just devaluing your journey, you're erasing it. This illusion of perfection isolates us. It convinces us that we're the only ones struggling, that everyone else has it figured out, that we're behind and we're not enough. And that's just a lie. It's the root of so much suffering. So, what does this constant chase actually cost us? Well, burnout, for one, the emotional exhaustion that comes from endlessly striving, the anxiety, the fear that you'll never measure up, self doubt, the voice in your head that says you're not doing enough, disconnection. Because when you're busy performing, you forget how to just be. Just be. The pursuit of perfection blinds us to our actual strengths, our creativity, our compassion, our unique ways of thinking, feeling, expressing, and connecting. It tells us that who we are is less than who we're supposed to be. But who decided what supposed to be even means? Because when you look around at the people you admire most, they're not perfect. They're real. They're raw. They're courageous. And that's what makes them magnetic. What if instead of chasing perfection, we choose presence? Instead of performing, we choose authenticity. Embracing imperfection isn't about giving up. It's not laziness. It's not apathy. It's actually one of the most radical acts of self love you can commit to. Whenever we accept our flaws, we give ourselves permission to be human. We stop hiding behind a mask and we start connecting deeply, genuinely with others who are also tired of pretending. This is where real growth begins, in the mess, in the vulnerability, in the courage to say, I'm not perfect. And hey, I am okay with that. Let's talk about self acceptance because it's not a one time decision, it's a daily practice. Every time you pause the comparison game, show yourself grace after a mistake, set a boundary that honors your peace, say no to something that's not aligned with you, speak kindly to yourself in the mirror. You are practicing self acceptance. It's the recognition that you are enough, even as you grow. You can still want more for your life, but not from a place of lack, from a place of love. Because when you stop needing to prove your worth, you start living as the real you. So, what does it look like to live from self acceptance instead of chasing self perfection? Well, it looks like choosing what actually matters to you, not what looks good online. Letting your passion lead, even if they don't make sense to others. Forgiving yourself when you stumble. Showing up with an open heart, not a flawless plan. Creating a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. Living with intention means honoring your values. It means asking, is this true to me? Instead of, will this impress them? It's living slower, deeper, more meaningful. And it starts with one simple truth. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be real. So, how do you begin today? Here are 5 simple practices to help you start embracing imperfection right now. Unfollow the pressure, literally. Curate your feed. If someone's content makes you feel less than, just mute it. Not because they're bad, but because your piece matters more than your algorithm. Create, even when it's messy. Start the blog, record the video, launch the idea. Stop waiting to be ready. Done is better than perfect. Progress beats perfection every single time. Practice mirror talk every morning. Look in the mirror and say something kind out loud. It might feel awkward at first, but over time, this rewires your brain to see yourself through a lens of love. Celebrate small wins. Stop waiting for the big moments. Celebrate the little ones, the boundaries you set, the anxiety you face, The rest you allowed, they matter more than you know. Let people in. Be real with the people around you. Share your struggles, not just your wins. Vulnerability is the bridge to real connection. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: you were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be free, free from the pressure to perform, free from the belief that you're not enough, and free to be who you really are. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more people who are honest, real, and brave enough to show up as themselves. So take that mask off. Let your imperfections breathe. And remember, your worth was never up for negotiation. It was always yours. If this video spoke to you, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me, what part of the ideal self have you been trying to live up to? And what are you ready to release? And if you're on a journey of self acceptance, make sure to subscribe, because this channel is your space to heal, to grow, and rise exactly as you are. Thanks for watching. You are not alone. You're not behind. And you're exactly where you need to be. So do find your joy, and I'll see you in the next video.